Yo, what's good, y'all? Today I'm going to be making y'all salary cap teams. Now, I'm going to preface this right now. I'm going to be talking about multiple cards at multiple positions, but I'm going to throw in the cards I would personally run, but I'm also going to give suggestions to, like, if you don't like, say, Emerald Anthony Black, you can run Emerald Lonzo Ball. Something like that, but let me get straight into the teams. So, first off, we're going to build y'all's teams. I'm going to show y'all my team at the end of this video, what I'm going to be running in salary cap. But first off, if you guys can have Wemby, if you have Pink Diamond Wemby, or Opal Wemby, run Wemby. But if you don't have Wemby, I'm going to make that team right now. And if you do have Wemby, I'm going to make a team after that. And then I'm going to show y'all my salary cap team. So first off, for the point guard position, there's two guys I think that are 100% you need to have for salary cap. Now, the way I run salary cap, I run my starters most of the game, but I have a little bit decent guys on my bench. So if I need a sub for like a couple minutes, I can make that sub. So, first off, immediately, you need, and I mean you need to have in salary cap. You need to have DeLon Wright, or you need to have Keon Ellis. Now, I personally probably would have both of them. But one of these two guys you need. Need one of these two guys as your point guard. They play defense, they have really good jump shots, and they can score a little bit. I think DeLon Wright is the best budget and just salary point guard in the game right now. So that's who I would run. He's literally better than Michael Carter-Williams' diamond, and he was a really, really good point guard at one point. But he's better than this card. And I mean, well, he went down in salary now, but definitely run DeLon Wright. And if you don't want to get DeLon Wright, if you already have a Keon Ellis, run Keon Ellis. He's really good too. I think he's the second best point guard for salary cap. But you get one of these two guys starting, and then your bench, you can either have, now if you have Emerald Stephon Castle, run him. But if you don't have Emerald Stephon Castle, you can choose between Anthony Black, who's a 6'7" point guard. He has a pretty easy jump shot, a little bit of defense, pretty good physicals all around. He has a little bit of badges. Or you can run Emerald Lonzo Ball. This is who I be running all the time because I don't have Stephon Castle. I love this Lonzo. He's 6'6" point guard. He has some badges. He plays some defense. His jump shot, I love it. And he's just a little bit better than Anthony Black, I would say. I mean, Anthony Black is great, but I just like Lonzo a little bit better. If you compare them, I mean, Anthony Black probably looks a lot better stat-wise. He does. And then badge-wise, I think he doesn't have the defensive badges that Lonzo has. Yeah, Lonzo has the Alma Man's Glove, Pick Dodger, Challenger. He has all those badges that Anthony Black doesn't have. So that's why I run Lonzo Ball. But, again, it's between y'all's choice. I'm going to put... Well, actually, Lonzo's 500 salary now, so I would run Anthony Black instead of Lonzo. But they were the same salary. I'll play Anthony Black. So I would run these two guys as your point guards. Shooting guards, you're going to be able to spend a lot of salary on one particular card, and that's where I would normally have Wemby. But if you don't want to, say you don't have a Wemby, you can spend a lot of salary on like Opal Jason Richardson as your scorer and your shooting guard or something like that. You can also do that. But as shooting guards, there's a lot of good shooting guards for salary cap. I would 100% say get Cam Reddish if you can, because he's just the best defensive shooting guard you can get. He has all the badges. He's only 800 salary. Really easy jump shot, and that's basically what he is. He's just a defensive shooting guard. Now, as other shooting guard options, I'm going to go over them right now. We got Sapphire Corey Brewer, who also is really nice. He's a 6'9" shooting guard. He has some good defense, not as good as Cam Reddish, but he has a little bit better offensive stats. Again, his defense is still great. So you could go with Corey Brewer. Or you could go with this Sapphire Torian Prince, who's also really nice. 6'8", two guard. Also really good defensively. He doesn't have all-ball menace, but he has the other badges. 84 3-ball with the best jump shot of all three of those guys. The defensive stats are the worst, but they're still pretty good. His player build's nice, and his physicals are nice. I would probably just go with Corey Brewer and Cam Reddish as the best, really cheap salary cap shooting guards y'all can get. Y'all always could run the Ruby Zach LaVine at Yoga. If y'all ever evoed the starter Zach LaVine, you always could run him. Or you could go with someone even like Tamani Kamara. You can run Ami Tumani Kamara, which I think he's really good too, or Ami Kawhi. Those are also really, really good options. Ron Holland isn't bad either, but his jump shot's a little broke, so I wouldn't do him. Or you can run Herb Jones. So as Sapphires with really cheap salary, you can run either Corey Brewer or Cam Reddish. If you want to spend a little bit more and splurge a little bit more for shooting guard, I would recommend either Herb Jones, Tumani Kamara, or Kawhi. Now, I think probably the best one of those three is probably Tamani. They're all lock shooting guards. Tamani's the most recent one. He has 1 million more badges than Kawhi and him, right? Yeah, so I would get Tamani. get Tamani Kamara. He would be probably, it'd be one of these two options. One of these two guys. So do that. Now, small forward position, there is a good amount of them too. You could go for an Ami like Jared Vanderbilt, who's a really good defender. I would have him. He's on my actual salary cap team right now. Jalen Tyson, who just came out, is also really solid. He has a lot of badges, but his jump shot's a little weird. But it's like not unusable. It's just a little weird. It's kind of weird time. And besides that, though, he has a really good stat. A lot of good really stats, badges, all that. So you can run him, but I run Jared Vanderbilt because he has better stats than Jalen Tyson, and they both don't have great jump shots. So I'd rather just take the better defender and better all-around card with a little bit worse of a jump shot in Jared Vanderbilt. And that's like the little splurging one. You also could go with Keyshawn George's Sapphire if you have him, who is someone I always run salary cap. You could go with Sapphire Robert Covington, who's just a little bit worse than Keyshawn George, but it's still great. You could go with where is he at? Ryan Dunn's Sapphire, wherever he is at. I can't find him, but I always go with that card. Is he always right here? You can always go with him. He's also really, really good if you have him. He's a really good defender. His jump shot's a little weird, but he's a really good defender. And then you also got still Ruby Sharif. Ruby Sharif, all-around card, still great. Probably would run him at the 4. You also got Bilal's Ruby, always as a small forward or shooting guard. Ruby Paul George, always. And then a low-key underrated small forward is... Where is he? Is he a shooting guard / small forward? Let me find him. I might not even have him anymore. Huh. Well, you could also go with the Sadiq Bey. I love him. That's the card I would probably run. And if you don't like him, Gigi Jackson also is really, really good. He's more of a scoring guy, but you need to add Alma-Miss and all those badges to him if you want to have them on him. You don't have to, though. But he's also on my actual team. So I run these two guys as your small forwards. And then power forwards, again, you can always move Jared Vanderbilt to the power forward. But I like running double bigs. So as my power forward, I think Oso should be on every salary cap team. And then the backup power forward, you could either go with Goga. You could go with... Nas Reed, you could go with Jalen Tyson, or you could go with even Sapphire Ryan Dunn, who is really cheap, and I'd probably throw him in here for the salary cap team just because he can still do a bunch of defense, rebound a little bit, and as long as you can get that jump shot down and deal with it, he's perfectly fine. Now, as your starting center, if you have Pink Diamond Wemby, obviously I can make everything cheaper and do that, but right now I'll make the team without Wemby. You could always run Jack Sigma, I still think you can't go wrong with using. You could go with this Tyson Chandler, who I actually really like this card. He's been a lot of fun to use. He's, a recent card. He's a lot of fun to use. But I would probably run with, we'll say Jack Sigma for now. So we'll do this. And then backup center, I'd probably just throw Goga in. He's cheap, and he works. But if you don't like him, you can run Quentin Post. And then now we have 6,000 to work with. Now this is where... I'm going to tell y'all to run a more expensive type guy. Like, we'll do shooting guard. Say you don't have Wemby and you want to run a shooting guard, right? Then I'll throw J Rich here. And then we have to take 1,000 out. So then that's what I would probably do. I would take Gigi Jackson. Actually, I would take Goga out and probably just throw in Zach Edey's Ruby or Emerald if you have him. I would do that. And then you have 500 extra to work with, so you can spend a little bit more. Say you don't like Ryan Dunn or you don't have Ryan Dunn. Get 1,000 up here, and then who do I like better than him? We'll go with probably Sar. You can do Sar. There you go. Look at that. Actually, no, he's too slow to run with Edey. Do we have... Where is he at? You always have the Sapphire John Collins, Sapphire Larry Nance, who are always good cards to run as well. But for Ryan Dunn, I don't really think there is a lot of good power forwards that are better than him. So I would probably just say, keep him going, right? Probably. Yeah. So then we could just, I don't know, literally upgrade anybody. Anybody, really. Or say you have 2,500 and you want to upgrade your center to, like, I don't know. I think there might be someone a little bit better than Sigma for 2,500, depending on the person. I mean, if you like Cat, but Sigma's better than Cat. I think PJ Brown's in here. Oh, he's not even in here anymore. Michael Sweetney's in here. I mean, Bronny Seekley, PJ Brown, he is in here. So there's a bunch of guys you can always just switch out other guys for. But these are basically the like blueprint of what you'd want to make. I probably would get one of these Amis down here out and throw in someone a little cheaper like a Sapphire, Keyshawn George, and then I'll have a lot extra to work with. Where then I could upgrade my one of my main guys up here for more, like say even Sigma, or say I have what, like 4,000 now to work with. That's where I could, you know, literally probably get like, I mean, I might have a pink diamond in here. No, it's still the same guys. But like if we look at any position, I mean, you just have a lot of chances to upgrade a lot of people. But that's like this is probably what I would run if I didn't have Wemby. I'd run something like this where I have a really scoring shooting guard, I have defenders around them, a secondary scorer in DeLon Wright, shooters, and then bench I have all solid guys that can sub in any position. Now my salary cap team, I run Wemby. I have this Dr. J. I pulled him a while back. I don't know how much he goes for in the auction house, but I badged mine out and I put a shoe on him. And basically, he's gonna be my scorer. 73 ball. I'm gonna get fine with it because his jump shot's really easy. You know, he's my scorer. I have DeLon Wright. I have my defender. I have these two together. Now my salary cap team's more expensive now because, well, they rose Lonzo Ball and a bunch of other guys. So I'm gonna have to fix this. So I'll fix this with y'all. So Anthony Black, we saw he's cheaper. Now I have still 1,200 to get off. So what is your salary right now? Okay, you're 300. I'm gonna have to take you out for like someone that's 300 salary. Tristan da Silva works, and now we have 1,000 to chip off. So let me get this. Just sub you out, and now we have 800 to chip off. Now I could easily just take out Keyshawn George, run someone that's like 200 salary. I'm probably gonna have to run a bunch of 200 salary guys on my bench, basically, so I don't run a bench. But I'll be okay with that just because of the fact that I do know that I can just run my stars basically the whole game anyways. So I'll throw GG Jackson here, 500 to work with. If I bring all these guys down 100, that's 200, that's 300, that's 400, and then I'll have to figure out what else I can do. So if we look at this team, I mean, Jared Vanderbilt, I'll probably have to sub you out then and put Jalen Tyson in. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. And now this is the team. I just threw Jalen Tyson over Jared Vanderbilt. I think I like Jared Vanderbilt a little bit better, but we're going to run Jalen Tyson, see how he does. I still do need a main lock, so I might take Jalen Tyson out for a better small forward lock, like maybe Tumani Kamara. Let me see. What is the stat difference between these guys? Badges. Yeah, I'll probably run Kamara. He is a little bit better defensively. I'll run Kamara. So this will be my team now. This is what we got. We got a lock, we got a scorer, secondary scorer, and defender. Just a really good inside big that can do everything. We got the other scorer, and then we got a little, so everyone can sub in a little bit. GG Jackson got no badges, but his jump shot's easy and he has a good player build, so why not run him? But this is gonna be my salary cap team, and then I threw in the other salary cap team for y'all. Again, we got a bunch of other like guys that you could sub in at other positions, like center. You can always throw in Zach Edey. You can always throw in Sapphire Kareem, who's really good. Sapphire Derek Lively, who's not bad either. That's just for centers. If you want to go to rubies, you always could run Sar. I never liked that card. You could even go the route of getting like a, again, Amethyst Quentin Post, Amethyst Naz Reid, Amethyst Goga, even Amethyst Wemby if you want to run Amethyst Wemby. I mean, there's so much y'all can do. And then you even got the diamond guys, like you do got Sweetney, you do got PJ Brown, you do got Tyson Chandler, who's a little bit more expensive, but I like that card. And then you also got guys like Paulo, who's 3,800. You could find a way to throw him on your salary cap teams. I mean, there's so many good cards that you can run in salary cap. But basically, how you want to make your teams is you want to have an expensive guy that can be your main guy, or something like Wemby. If you don't have Wemby, then your main guy would probably be your scorer, like a Jay Rich. Have DeLon Wright or Keon Ellis 1,000,000%. Have a defender at your 3 that can shoot a little bit. Oso 100% should be on every team. A shooting big man. And then your bench can be an inside big if you want it, like Kareem or something, and still have all of that. Now, again, I have 2,000 extra on this team that made without Wemby, so I probably would throw in, like, I don't even know, maybe GG Jackson, just because I wanted to, you know, have another small forward that can maybe score a little bit better. But I'll probably do this. So I have Tumani, I have Anthony Black, and then instead of Cam Reddish, or instead of Anthony Black, I probably have a little scoring point guard. Like, I can probably throw in Keon Ellis, actually, with this team. Yeah, I can. You know, I'll do that. I'll throw Keon Ellis in. So we'll get Keyshawn George, and then we have 500 extra to work with. That's where I probably would go the route of upgrading maybe Cam Reddish. Because if he's 800, I think 1,300 won't get me much better than Cam Reddish. There's not really much you can work with better than him. But if you look, I could definitely get a better power forward than Ryan Dunn. So that's where we would go. Again, I think I could go the route of running like a. I think I saw the Nay. He might be not bad. I mean, we do got Eldon Campbell, but he's a little bit worse. You could go James Posey, but I think he's a little bit worse. I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out right now on the fly with y'all. Sharif is nice. You know, Sharif could always work. I might go the center route, maybe. I don't know. I think we're pretty good, honestly. I don't think there's anything better you can get for these guys. And the only other thing I could do maybe is upgrade one of my bigs for 2,500, because 2,500 is a cap normally some people get that are a little bit more expensive. So if we go there, again, I could always upgrade Bruce Bowen. Yeah, okay. That's what I would do. I would throw Bruce Bowen if you have Bruce Bowen. This is exactly what I would do. This. And then bench, throw someone else in, or just throw some more guys in the reserves. But this is basically the salary cap team I would make without Wemby, and then with Wemby, this is my salary cap team. Now, I know I'm not expecting y'all to have Dr. J, so y'all always could just replace Dr. J with another 3,500-ish salary scoring 2-guard. But this is my team. I'm about to be running it on stream. Now, I think I'm posting this video the next day, so I would have already streamed it. So y'all can go back to my live streams on my YouTube channel and watch me run this entire salary cap through. I think right now we're 5-0. Let me see. We're 6-0. I'm going to get up to this 2,500 point part on stream today. I think we might run showdown after. I don't know, but I'll catch y'all. Have a great night. Deuces.